Hello everyone, welcome to this video series called Dr. October Reads Discogs Seller and Buyer Feedback. Let's just dive into it. So first of all, I must say that it took a while to collect. I would have wanted to do one of these videos much earlier, but being the lazy ass that I am, and it takes a lot of reading and time to find funny or interesting Discogs feedback. But anyway, without further ado, again, let's just get into the feedbacks. SKS Steel Cap has, I don't know what do you deem as to be like the absolute minimum rating one seller must have before you would place an order. For me, it's definitely anything below 97, and I'll think thrice before submitting to an order. Anyways, let's see what is here. There's plenty of negative. 17 negatives with SKS Steel Cap. This must be a Greek seller. Let's translate that bit. Slower than delay, where seller response arrival in 8 days is not slow. And living in Greece, I must say, I concur. But in my experience, they usually are still quite fast. But the postal service, that may not be as fast. I mean, because there's other, courier services and these drop box hotspots, those are really fast. Okay, one feedback says, you sent me an Al Martino record Panic sleeve. Unbelievable. Where the seller says, you are lying. Is this your new made up story to keep both record and the money? I forgot to mention in this intro. I apologize, my voice might be a little bit raspy. I've been dealing with some little head cold the past few days. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? What is there to be done in these situations when it's like one word against the other? I don't envy those Discogs workers. Okay, let's see what Out to Lunch has here. I never understand those sellers that don't respond to the negative feedbacks. No contesta y no manda el producto. Fatal. It's fatal. Fatal error happened. International order placed less than a week ago. Someone tell us why negative. It does not answer and does not send the product. Fatal. So yeah, in a nutshell, this guy has a lot of just non-deliveries. Nothing otherwise crazy. Okay, here's one. No response, nothing sent. Seller is scam. Such a scam that we sent you a full refund with the record in transit. I believe the seller, and that's something that sucks from a seller's point of view. And if it's really true that they did not receive the record, happened to me when I sold a couple of items on eBay. I had to refund while it was still in transit. Like I think I said last time, and most of us know who deal with eBay and Discogs, and it's usually on the sellers, on the buyers side more. Consumers protection is much stronger than seller protection, usually. Radiation records. This is short and to the point. Crap. Followed by, this is described as near mint, but it's covered in something sticky. Finally some attitude. Ordered 4 days ago, seller not responding. Item not shipped, I think I got ripped off. People steal money sometimes on Discogs. To where the seller replies, we have 25,085 positive feedback. Are you simple? What kind of comeback is this? Anyways, maybe I'm not getting it, but I just don't like that. That's not a nice attitude still from a seller, no matter how many positive feedbacks you have. But yeah, it's also lame that this definitely the buyer first gave the negative feedback without contacting the seller, which is also something that we buyers should always do. Give them a fair chance to solve it. All right, that's a little bit longer. Beware, read negative feedback. There's lots, so save time. Simply read his rude and unprofessional responses. Clear pattern. No ship, no response. Nasty responses. So he doesn't respond, and when he responds, those are nasty responses. Had to get Discogs support to cancel this order, and now he's refused to refund me. Watch out. The seller response, we still have a better score in here than you, chump. I had to change my opinion here a little bit. I actually do like this attitude here. Although I don't know if it's still appropriate, but that was funny, I must say. 11 days after they were back from vacation and shipping. I had asked for an update and magically now they can't find it. Seems to be a theme in their feedback. Got a refund and all, but this is terrible customer service. Avoid. Cry baby. All right, here we go again. After several days, I got a refund because it's not in stock anymore. That happens. Who sells things they don't have? And I missed out on someone else having it because of this waste of time. Avoid. Another entitled baby. Probably buys from Amazon and expects 2 days on everything. 4th week since order was placed and items still haven't shipped. Really shitty communication. Took you guys 2 weeks to even tell me you didn't have what I initially ordered. If you are getting too many orders, hire more help. It was a constructive feedback. Negative feedback from Ice Geek. Seller waited a week to send the record out. This guy has a bad attitude. Said he's going to block me because he screwed up. Beware, bad business. This buyer is an Ice Geek. I don't know if I dislike or love this seller. Never had the record listed for sale. Tried to substitute a different version after he had his payment. Used offense language in messages. Offensive language. Slow response to all stages of communication. This seller is a con man. Steer clear. You have been warned. You're one of those can I speak to the manager assholes, huh? This guy has comebacks. Holy smoke, there's a lot of attitude in these comments. Okay, this seller's feedback pages just keep on giving. The record was listed as orange vinyl. Didn't know this until after the order was placed that they noted that they didn't know the color. I got black vinyl. This buyer doesn't know how to read. Poor guy. It said sealed, unsure of color. But your fault is that the bad packaging, ordinary thin box for transportation by courier in the city, but not for the mail as for pizza. What? Special parcel packaging was not used when you want to damage. Nothing happens. Okay. Yes, I shipped it in a pizza box. Dumbass. Oh man, this guy just doesn't stop. The CD itself is in good shape, but the jewel case arrived cracked. Could have been packed more carefully. Packed it better than I should have for a $3 CD. Not my fault the case cracked. The kind of seller that lists an item in poor condition as VG+, then makes you pay the shipping cost to return it to them as if it was your mistake. And will act defiant about it as well. Just look at the reply to this feedback or other negative. Womp, womp, womp. Okay, one more. You scanned me, man. The disc didn't come as described and no sleeve. And you got some country music and scratched Tiny Tim lettering. I request a refund. Are you dumb? It never came with the cover and yes, it's Tiny Tim split. What is wrong with people? Okay, this is one for good measure from Greece. Buyer says, hi, I received your vinyls fast and well packed. That's a good thing. But 2 of the records have a very strange surface. No shine, like treated with fine grinding paper. Ah, we all know this. That must be the vinyl fogging. And I have a couple of those. Those sometimes don't actually sound bad at all. And some of them are just total horseshit. Anyways, where the seller says, God, negative for a €5, 40-year-old record because it wasn't shiny. Okay, some buyer with one transaction before has left a negative feedback. A month passed and I have not received the parcel. Where the seller responds, first ever negative feedback in 4 years on Discogs. From Russian with 1 feedback. Go figure. I mean, and that account still has only 1, so go figure. But after that, he has gotten some feedbacks. 32 more negative feedbacks. I think, man, positive noise. You've dropped the ball on your customer service. That is the most important aspect of any business almost. I think that was enough for this episode. Let me know if you have any weird experiences or if there's any sellers we must avoid using. Although, always obviously the rating system helps us all and you have to use common sense. And what is your absolute minimum rating that a seller must have for you to trust them with a purchase? Anyways, I hope everyone is doing well. Have a good one. Until the next one. Peace.